What's up, guys? How are you? Today, we're going to be talking about Sandbox. Me and Tark are super excited about what the Sandbox is, Web3 in general, and we really wanted to share it with you. So, what is the Sandbox? The Sandbox is a gaming virtual world which is built on the Ethereum blockchain, where players can build, own, and monetize gaming experiences with NFTs. So there's three important elements in the Sandbox that create this ecosystem, which we think is going to be something really big in the coming years. The first thing is there's a creator tool, which allows you to create an in-game asset, no matter what it is. Use your creativity and build anything in the world, as anything is possible. Secondly, there's a marketplace which allows you to sell these assets. And thirdly, there's a game creation function. So you could actually create in-game experiences for people to interact with. So let's take one step back and look at these three elements together. You basically can make an in-game asset, which is only going to cost you your time and your creativity. You can turn that into an NFT. I know you're sick of hearing about it, but I promise you it's worth understanding and seeing the value in it. And then you can list that NFT on a marketplace. Because it's an NFT and there's blockchain integration, you can now prove ownership and you can monetize these assets. So I know you've all heard about buying land in the metaverse. How do I do that? Well, it's actually not that complicated. If you look on here, you can go to OpenSea and you can go to the Sandbox page and you can see all the plots of land which are for sale. Now, in Sandbox, you can purchase a plot of land, you can prove you own it, and because you own it, you have the right to monetize it using the tools which I just discussed. So Tarek, when do you think Sandbox was created?
Overnight success.
No, it's not an overnight success. Sandbox was actually founded in 2012 and actually started off as a mobile game. In that time, it quickly amassed 40 million users. And in the last bull crypto run, a company called Pixel purchased it and announced that they wanted to create a 3D game called Sandbox based on Ethereum. So it is not an overnight success. These people have been building this opportunity for an extended period of time. And that's why we feel that there is a high chance that they are going to build one of the metaverses, which is going to become mainstream. Now, all you have to do is look at who are they partnering with in this space. And it is super interesting. You have names like Snoop Dogg, Atari, Adidas, Deadmau5, and Under Armour just announced that they're also looking to get in this space as well. So not only are there massive brands, there's also big names. For example, Steve Aoki also bought a plot of land in the metaverse, a plot of land in Sandbox just recently. So for me, and I think Tarek, you feel the same way, there is this new world opportunity similar to, as crazy as it sounds, people in Europe looking at the United States and taking that risk of going across the Atlantic Ocean for a new life and new opportunities. This is a similar analogy looking at the physical world, moving into the digital.
Yeah, and I really want to look at some stats now and see, who is actually behind Sandbox and how much funding do they have, for example. Here, 95 million. And when you scroll down on Crunchbase, you can actually see that SoftBank is one of their investors, which is, anyone that knows VCs, it's a huge player in there. So they're backed by a lot of people in the VC world. They've got celebrities buying land in Sandbox, and they've got brands coming in as well. So that's the first kind of interesting piece to it. The other thing that I'm excited about is the token. Now, if you look at Sand currently trades at around $5. Has a market cap of 4.6 billion, which for something that is still in beta is quite high, right? Now, if you compare it with a play to earn kind of environment like Axie Infinity, which the token trades at $95 and has a market cap of 4.7 billion, it is actually still quite a bit lower. And if you then look at the history, you can see that it popped at the beginning of November to about $8.40, and since then, in the sell-off of crypto, has come down to about $5. So it's an interesting opportunity here. And just to show you how crazy Sandbox and the hype around it is, Snoop Dogg bought a plot of land, and there was a fan that wanted to live as close as possible to him, who paid $450,000 just for a plot of land. If you go down here, I had to share this. Snoop is enjoying his life in the metaverse just as much as he is in the real world. So definitely an interesting play. And when we then go back and look at land, and this is so there's two things that Alex and I are excited about Sandbox here. One is the token. If they really,
which is the in-game currency.
Exactly. If they really achieve to get 5,000 play to earn games within Sandbox, then everyone will be using their token, right? And that will create lots of demand for the token and should drive up the price of the token. So that's exciting. But there's also only a finite amount of land that they are creating, 166,000 plots of lands, which means that once these lands are sold out, once a lot of brands come in, celebrities buy, then there's not going to be any land for sale. Just like, in the real world, it will drive up the price of land. At the moment, the floor price is at 2.9 ETH, which has come down a little bit from the 3 ETH before, but it's still, that's considerable money, right? That's not just buying a token, a small amount of tokens, but we're really thinking of getting involved here and buying a plot of land, because if you think about it and you just leave it for a couple of years and don't think short term, but you think, okay, I'm going to let everyone buy land, let the brands come in, let this virtual world be built up, land price should go up, right? And that's a really interesting play, because we could see a future where land prices are 10 ETH, 20 ETH, 30 ETH, right? Especially if you are close to someone that bought to you, prices may go up. So there's lots of opportunities, and these two are really interesting to us. Alex, that's it, right?
That's all. Just one point I wanted to say is that because you can build experiences, if you buy a piece of land and me and Tarek are next to each other, we can actually create our own district.
Yeah.
And then we could monetize that by creating a game within our district that people would want to come and play. So I think the opportunity is crazy. It's huge. And we're super, super excited.
And you don't even have to do anything with the land. If you're saying, oh, Metaverse, I don't want to have anything to, you can just rent it out.
Yeah, 100%. So if you're feeling really bullish, then the opportunity is to buy land. And if you're feeling like you just want to play with a lower amount of money, then you can obviously buy Sand Token. Just to clarify, this is not financial advice.
Clearly not. That's just us thinking what we're going to do. And actually, Alex already bought Sand Token. So he's putting his money where his mouth is.
A small amount. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Speak to you soon.
Please like and subscribe. Take care.